What's up, guys? This is Jeff with Win Big Picks, and today I'll be breaking down my top four picks for Thursday, November 20th. I got two in the NFL and two in the NBA. Real quick though, before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on all the winning plays we're dropping here every single day. And speaking of winning, we end up going 3-1 on the picks from yesterday's video, and if you tailed the slip, you won as well. As you can see here, we 9.13x our money on this one. But yeah, the guys that hit, as you can see here, Benedict Matherin, more than 21.5 points. He was either there or he was at 20.5, doesn't matter. He crushed it. He had 16 in the first half, and then he cashed for us early in the third. Always great when that happens. Then Zach Levine, less than 19.5 points. This one was sweat free as well. The tough matchup that we thought would happen held true here. He played 30 minutes. Wasn't as big a blowout as you might expect, but he only shot the ball 10 times. So no problem hitting for us there. And then the last guy to hit for us, this was an all-time hit because he had 14 points up until there was about 6 seconds left. They were down by 7 points. Really no shot of winning. He comes back into the game. Jamal Murray hits a meaningless free throw right afterwards. Goes right down the court, scores a layup to cash for us. I mean, if there's people out there that definitely took the under, I would not blame them if they threw their TV, through a wall or something like that, because that's an all-time hit right there, and worked out for us. So those three guys taking care of things. The only guy that didn't, Jarrett Allen, he ends up hooking us. Had him for less than 9.5 rebounds and assists, and he winds up with 10. Looking back, should have went with Evan Mobley on that one. I was going to take his rebounds and assists. He only finished with 6, well under his line, but I thought Allen had a good chance to go under as well with that matchup, but the line was right for that one for the books. So now, before we get to today, just remind you guys that we are teamed up with Chalkboard over there. If you sign up with our link below and the code WINBIGPICKS, they'll give you a free pick and they'll give you a 100% deposit match up to $100 on your first deposit. Chalkboard, they give out daily boosts, and one of the best things about them as well, one of two DFS apps that let you cash out mid-game. So if you got like a 6-man slip going, something like that, and the first 4 or 5 guys hit, you can cash out early, take the winnings so you don't have to sweat it. And if you want even more value, send a screenshot of that first deposit that you make on Chalkboard over the email address on the screen here. Give it a free month of VIP. Link to the winnable is down below. And if you can't get the free month because you're already on Chalkboard or one of the other couple apps that I'm going to mention in a bit, we'll give you 75% off a week, knocking this down to about $10 if you use the code thank you at checkout. Now we still got the NFL and college season pass. That one's marked down through Super Bowl 60. Every pick we put out for those two sports sent right to your phone the second we hit the post button. Great if you're just into football. And then as well, we got the NBA season pass going. That one's marked down. Got about 7 months worth of value crammed into 4 months worth of price. Every pick through the NBA Finals. NBA is where we made most of our money last year. That's continuing this year as well. So check it out for yourself. Only 19 of those remaining, so hop on it while you can. Now, on to today's picks. And we're using Outlier for the NFL here. If you want a free 7-day trial of Outlier, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of data on the screen here. Try it out for yourself. Use the link down in the description below. But first up, taking Josh Allen, taking him for more than 33.5 rushing yards in this one. And on the year, Only over this in 5 out of 10, but he has picked it up recently. The last couple weeks didn't get just missed this versus Miami, then got it last week versus Tampa Bay. Now this week going against Houston, um, their defense great against the pass and good against the run as well overall. Buffalo, they are favored by 6. The total for the game is low. It's only at 43.5. So I think it's going to be tough throughout for both teams to really get much going. I don't think Buffalo's going to go up, too big at any point. They should win, but I think it's going to be a tough one throughout the game. And yeah, Josh Allen, he's going to be doing all he can to try to get this win. The Bills, they need every win they can get to try to have any shot at the division. With the Patriots leading with that easy schedule they got, but even if they did beat the Patriots in a few weeks here, the Patriots would still have the tiebreaker at that point. So they're gonna need every win they can get, and especially after that performance last week by Josh Allen, 6 total touchdowns. That was ridiculous. I think he's going to be able to pull this one off for us here. The other thing, too, you want to look at recent QBs. 4 of the last 5 gone over their rushing line. Even the QBs that don't really run, Cam Ward, just, when your line's only 5.5, you're not running. Mac Jones as well went over his line. And the QBs that, they don't run like every play, but they are more of a threat. Lawrence and Nix both went over theirs. So recent history on our side as well. Even if you want to look at last year, we ran over him for 54 yards as well. Different year, mostly different team, but still got that on our side as well. So again, might be tough, really for either offense to try to really get going, but I think 33.5 low enough that he should be able to get this one for us. Now, next up on the other side, we are taking Woody Marks more than 63.5 rushing yards. Be sure to shop around. Might be a yard or two lower, depending what app you're on when you take it. But he has only gone over this one time this year, way back in week 4 versus Tennessee. But they are going up against the Bills, and the Bills' rush defense just week after week, they're just awful. You want to look at previous running backs last week, both Tucker and White went over their yards combined over 150. The week before, Devon Achane just crushed his line, 174 yards he put up on him. Even against Kansas City, Kareem Hunt going over his line. The week before that, Carolina, even though they won big, Rico Dowdle going over his line too. So last 4 weeks, running backs been making it happen, and they are much better against the pass than they are the run. Davis Mills at quarterback, while he's not the worst. I said it the other week. He's not the worst QB. He's definitely not the best. But he's just kind of he's just a guy. He's just kind of there. Manage the game, try to make things happen. He did have that big comeback for his Jacksonville, so he has the potential to make stuff happen. But a much tougher pass defense for him to go up against. So I think Woody on the ground should get it done for us. The other thing to note, the rush share the last couple weeks. 2 weeks ago versus Jacksonville, even though they did have to abandon the run eventually, being down so much. He was getting 64% of the carries last week, almost 80% of the carries, just him. And Nick Chubb behind him only got 3 carries. Davis Mills had the other 2. So they're definitely putting more faith in Woody to carry the rock. So, like I said, he's only gone over this once on the year, way back in week 4. But with him getting the majority of the carries, this awful Bills rush defense, and with it, I think it's going to be close most of the game. They're not going to have to abandon the run. as soon as one might think. So 63.5 really, if he gets the ball enough, should not be a problem here against Buffalo. And just pausing real quick here to tell you guys about some more free stuff over on Betr. If you want to use our link below and the code WINBIGPICKS, do that. And Betr, they'll give you a free $10 just to walk in the door. Then they'll give you a 50% deposit match up to $200 on your first deposit. And if that ain't enough for you, they'll give you a Josh Allen free pick right on top. It just needs one passing yard. Should not be a problem for him to get that. The other thing with Betr too, coming out a few weeks back, the payout changes. 3 picks, now 6x, and 6 is now 35x. That's up with the top apps in the industry. Betr Bucks, their promo credit, that pays out the same as cash. Used to pay a bit less. And they got the mystery multiplier. Do a 2-pick lineup. You can win up to 1,000x. Spin the wheel. And if you don't win 1,000x, the lowest you can get is 3x, same as a regular lineup. No downside on that one. The other payout increases too for the large payouts. If you want to get crazy with it, do a 7-pick lineup, 8-pick lineup with some high alt lines. You can win up to 10,000x in one lineup. That's the highest you're going to see on any app. So again, check that out with our link below. And the code WINBIGPICKS. And then also over on Wanna Parlay, if you like team picks, they're the app for you, especially if you're stuck in a DFS only state like I am. If you want to use the code WINBIGPICKS and the link below, to give you a 100% deposit match up to $250 on your first deposit. Like I said, team picks, things like spreads, money line, team total, first half spreads, first to score, last to score, game to go to overtime, all the picks like that available over on Wanna Parlay. Other apps I've seen, they've started to venture into the team pick part of things, but nothing as comprehensive as what they've got going on over there. So check it out with our link below. Same thing applies. Free month of VIP. Send a screenshot your first deposit on Wanna Parlay or Betr over to the email address down below. Now, back to the picks. And we're going over the NBA. And we're using Props Madness for the NBA picks here. If you want 25% off Props Madness, use the link and code down below. But first up, we took him last week, Jalen Suggs. We're taking him again. We're taking him over his rebounds and assists. Over 8.5. And with Paolo Banchero out, in the 2 games that Jalen has played without him, he has crushed this line both times, and the matchup here is superb as well against the Clippers, ranked 30th versus last in the league versus position when it comes to giving up rebounds and assists. As you can see, 9 out of the last 15 similar players at his position have crushed this line. The other thing to note, looking at the minutes here, in these 2 games, he's averaged 30 minutes per game. His regular average on the season with Banchero in, only 23. So he's going to be playing that many more minutes, and he's crushed this line. That bodes well for us, too. Just, looking overall on the year, he has only gone over 4 times, but, note the floor on it. Usually, 6 or 7 is the lowest that he's gone in those 23 minutes. So, with that extra 7, should not have a problem getting this, especially against, the Clippers here, that matchup, like I said. And without Banchero, 8.5, just a tad too low, I think, for what he's done and what he should do here tonight. Looking at the odds, it's just at regular price, Prizepicks on a dog. This may bump up close to game time, probably to 9.5. So I would hop on this as soon as possible. So Jalen Suggs, more than 8.5 rebounds and assists. We are on it. Now, next up, we're going over to Milwaukee first, the 76ers. And Cole Anthony, we're taking him less than 4.5 assists. Now, Giannis going to be out for a couple weeks. And Cole Anthony, where does he give most of his assists to? He gives them out to Giannis. So I believe I know I did put him out as a pick last week, the last time Giannis was out. Forget if it was on here or if it was in VIP. Regardless, yeah, it was back versus the Hornets, and that was a great matchup for assists. Overall, still, like I said, no Giannis. He goes under these 2 games here without Giannis. Note the minutes too. Just overall, 19 minutes a game. Without Giannis, only averaged 18 in these two. Both relatively close games as well, within 11 there and 10 versus Golden State. The matchup here too, Philly overall assists allowed pretty mid at 14. Looking at, like I said, Charlotte, they were 26th assists allowed. Golden State 16th. D rank versus position too. Philly 5th best in allowing assists to his position. You can see similar players. It's been pretty much a coin flip. Only 8 of 15 have gone over their line recently. The assist map too. You can see he gets most of his assists right near the basket, which coincidentally that's where Giannis scores most of his points, right near the basket. Second assist area out near the 3. Not the best matchup for that as well. So again, with those minutes, like that's the big thing I think on this too. Like with Giannis out, he's not playing any more or less really than what he's playing with him in. So with him out, should not be getting any more than 3 assists at the most. Do check the odds though. Because he's only at 4 on Prizepicks. He's not being offered on a few apps just yet. I know over on Betr, he's only being offered over. I hate when apps do that. They just give you one direction to pick. Sleeper the odds, not the best. You can still take it there. The best I found him at was on Warner Parlay. He was at pretty close to regular odds if you want to take him over there. Boom as well has him available. Odds, not the best. And then, just a few more apps he's not available yet. But when he does, take him under 4.5. You could take him at 4 too. That's fine as well. I think worst case scenario, yeah, you might get a push on it, but you should not be hitting this. So Cole Anthony, less than 4.5 assists. We are on it. And just showing you guys a bet I've locked in already over on Underdog, trying to roughly 7x our money there. Josh Allen, Woody Marks over on the rush yards, and then Suggs over on the rebounds and assists. And speaking of money, if you want some free money, the guys over at Pickett, they'll give you free money. Just download their app with our link below. Use the code WINBIGPICKS. Sync up a sportsbook or DFS app right to Pickett, and they'll give you $3 right to your Venmo or PayPal. There's a chance that $3 could be 100. So again, it's free to download. It's free to make an account. They're gonna pay you to do it. There is no downside whatsoever at all. You could make $100 off it. Nothing to lose. Pickett, great to keep track of your picks, so you make sure you're headed in the right direction. You can look up what we've done over there. Find us at Carpsy151 in the little search bar on the app. As you can see, up about 287 units all time. That's just on the apps that it is integrated with. It's not with all of them just yet. It is with most of them though. So as you can see, any sport, doesn't matter. We're in the green. Been killing it. And speaking of killing it, if you want more insights and analysis, you can find me on Discord. I'm over with the guys at Doghouse Picks. They've been crushing it so far this NFL and NBA season 2. So check them out. See what they're doing. I post regularly over there as well every day, giving out free VIP picks or any injury updates for the picks that I do give out. Replacement picks, stuff like that. So check it out with the link down below. That is going to do it for now, though. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below. Really, anything to get the algorithm going in our favor would be appreciated. I'll be throwing up some VIP picks in a little bit here. And then looking ahead to Friday, we got another 9 games of NBA action. So that's one of the best parts about the NBA is it's just every single day, several games to choose from, more than enough props to sift through. Can usually always find something that we're gonna win with. So in the meantime, let's green out for tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.